Driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day.
So the Mark Twain Museum was quite interesting, but now I am at Cracker Barrel, somewhere close to Springfield, Connecticut. I'm very close because tomorrow I'm going to go and see something else that would be a real treat for you guys. So stick around. For me, it's going to be tomorrow, but for you, it'll just be a minute. So I am going to chill out here for the night at the Cracker Barrel. I have a spot that is partially shade. It's just about 5:30, and the travelers have already gotten all the good shady spots. This parking lot doesn't have a lot of shade, so if you don't get here soon enough, you're not going to get like one of the few spots that has shades. So this is partial, and I'm hoping I'm directionally challenged. I don't know which way the sun is going right now. If it's going that way, then I'm going to get hit with sun before sunset. If it's going that way, then I'm going to be in the shade in a minute. So, yeah, I should probably have a compass that'll tell me what direction we're going in. So, I don't know. We'll see what the sun does. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my evening at the Cracker Barrel. I'm going to have some dinner and call it a night. And then tomorrow we're off to see something else. So stay tuned. So good morning. I had a nice night at the Cracker Barrel. I did not get out of the way of the sun. So it got really hot before it started to cool off last night. And, but I survived. Today's going to be even hotter. Yesterday it was 90. Today it's going to be 95. And I am now in Springfield, Massachusetts, and we are at the Springfield Museums, and we are going to see the Dr. Seuss garden. I love Dr. Seuss, don't you? It's so cool. And there are some museums here and a couple other sites, so let's go check it out.
The first character you'll see in the Dr. Seuss Memorial Garden is the Lorax, who speaks for the trees and confronts the Onceler, who causes environmental destruction. This is the entry to the amazing world of Dr. Seuss, but we'll get to that later. The garden is full of sculptures of familiar Dr. Seuss characters all around. And it's Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat. I remember Horton Hears a Who being a favorite book when I was a kid. And look, it's Sam I Am with his green eggs and ham. Haha, thing one and thing two. These two were a complete terror. Well, now, if it isn't the Grinch. So here's something that might be worth taking a look at. Another gorgeous building. Doors and windows, very beautiful. And then in the middle of all of that is the Springfield Library. Another nice looking building. This is a church. It's been here a while. Look at that. There's the Museum of Natural History in this courtyard, and Museum of Fine Arts. And in that building over here is the Amazing World of Dr. Seuss. We're going to check that out in just a minute, but first we're going to go see the Lorax. So it's not the Lorax we're going to go see. We already saw the Lorax when we first came in. So we're going to go see Yertle the turtle. Courtyard is full of interesting facts about the garden. Dragonflies. And look who we have. Turtle. This is the tyrannical Turtle King, who used his subjects to build a tall throne so he could reach the moon, only to be toppled by a single burp from a turtle at the bottom of the pile. The great Yertle is now king of the mud, and all his turtle subjects are free, as maybe all creatures should be. It looks like all around the outside of the Dr. Seuss Museum are little kiosks about nature. A lot of it is about the plant life here and the bugs that live here. They have what they call bug B&Bs, places for the bugs to live and grow and do what bugs do. It's a nice, pleasant area, and if you just want to come out and walk, plenty of walking to be had here. Let's go inside the wonderful world, let's go inside the amazing world of Dr. Seuss. The Amazing World of Dr. Seuss Museum opened in June of 2017 and is completely dedicated to Theodor Seuss Geisel, aka Dr. Seuss. The first floor of the museum is fully bilingual in Spanish and English and displays interactive, family-friendly exhibits exploring Dr. Seuss's Springfield roots and allowing children to experiment with new sounds and vocabulary. They can play rhyming games. They can make up stories, and it's all in line with Dr. Seuss's revolutionary role in changing how we learn to read. In this room, we can see some of the interactive games that the kids can play and explore. Dr. Seuss's grandfather owned a brewery, and in the sleep book that he wrote in 1962, he dreamed of moose and goose, or geese, dreaming of juice. So this is a display of the juice factory for the moose juice and the goose juice. I would say the Cat in the Hat is probably Dr. Seuss's most famous character. How can I not take a picture with him? This room displayed all kinds of facts about Theodor Geisel, or Ted as he was called, where he grew up and things that were happening all around him and the stories that he created even as a young boy. This one is about a sphinx in Springfield. There was even a recreation of a bakery that was similar to the one that Ted grew up with as a little boy in Springfield. Some of the furniture in here is a perfect size for van life. Here we get to take a look at some of his early drawings. The basement floor of the museum has more activities for the children to partake in. There were tables set up which looked like there were arts and crafts going on. I didn't videotape it because I wanted to protect the privacy of the people that were partaking in the arts and crafts, but the room is still all full of Dr. Seuss pictures and books and just all kinds of everything Dr. Seuss. Here's one of the interactive things that I did interact with. I guess I'm in pretty good shape for the shape I'm in. What can make me smile? How about a wall full of purple elephants? The wall going up to the second floor of the museum is covered with some of Dr. Seuss's most famous characters. The second floor gallery came from Salle de Houx, which was Dr. Seuss's playful name for his wife Audrey's office. After Geisel's demise, Audrey played an instrumental role in creating Dr. Seuss Enterprises, which enabled her to share his life's work and his life's library with the widest possible audience. Curated by Geisel's two stepdaughters and great nephew, they recreated Geisel's studio and living room with the furniture and art materials he actually used. It features never before publicly displayed art, family photographs and letters, and the original Geisel Grove sign, which used to hang in Forest Park. It was interesting seeing some of the letters and the notes that he wrote to various friends and family members. It does appear that he was quite close with his stepdaughters and his great nephew, who was also named Theodor. The notes were all really cute with little doodles and drawings and sketches of things, and it's really interesting to see Dr. Seuss's, or I should say Theodor's, sense of humor in the notes that he wrote to his stepdaughters and his great nephew. They were quite funny. I thought the bow ties were pretty cool. I don't know about you, but I learned to read before I even started kindergarten from a book called Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. It was very interesting to come to this museum and see his life's work and to learn a little bit of history about him. Here it is all these years later, and I owe my reading ability to Dr. Seuss, as I'm sure many people do. It's getting really hot outside. One thing that tickled me was that I was able to take advantage of the senior discount here. So I paid a reduced entrance price. My first time as a senior, because they consider 60 senior here, and since I'm 60, I got the discount. I've been waiting to do that for a while, so that was pretty cool. But this place is really cool. If I were a kid, I'd be out of my mind. You could probably hear some of the kids in the video background, and they're just having a blast here. I'm loving it. I love Dr. Seuss. Who doesn't?
Hi, future Renee here. Editing this video, I realized that it is extremely long. So I'm going to do a part 2 on this. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the amazing world of Dr. Seuss Museum and Sculpture Garden. Um, it was a lot of fun walking through the museum and seeing everything. So stay tuned, because there is the other video that will do the other 3 museums that I looked at. It won't be as long that way. I had over 2 hours of footage, so um, I just figured the best way to do it was to do it in segments. So I'm going to make the rest of this tour on the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.